Easy.
All
right.
Oh, got
Hey.
part of it in live.
Hey, this is Johnny Beane, live 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's right, isn't it?
It's exactly 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't mean to mock you about that last night, Johnny, but hey.
Huh? And hey, Jay and Jeannie and Brian, is it?
Yeah. Yep.
Have a great time, you guys. They're going to be hanging out tonight. So, yes. My lighting's kind of weird.
No, it looks like you don't have a light on in the house. It's just all outside light.
Mm-hmm. All right, is that
Bruce, happy birthday, Bruce.
Yes.
Yeah, Bruce, man. Happy birthday to Mr. BHB.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is that a birthday?
Bruce, happy birthday, man.
Did you just say Bruce?
Oh, man, I'm not even ready yet.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm not even ready. You guys are sitting here for like 15 minutes or whatever, and
sure.
I caught the very end of that. So yeah. So who's in here? We got Steve Anderson.
Present.
There.
And I have a present. I have an unboxing.
When don't you have an unboxing?
I'm not showing the address. I know that.
Oh yeah, don't show the address.
Yeah.
He's learning.
David Nesdall is in here.
Hi. Hello.
Everybody dance. Dave Nesdall's
Hey. Hey, by the way, John Storms, make Johnny buy the chrome Schaller stuff, John.
Uh-huh.
Not the black, the chrome.
No, I already got it. Already bought it.
All right. Artie?
Already got
Artie?
it. By the way, John Storms of Storms Guitars. He says that if anybody listening, if you need anything from him, let him know. We'll have a link right down below to his website. I just ordered some Schaller a bridge, basically. So
for which guitar, Johnny?
For the Wolfgang on the couch.
All right.
There. Yeah.
Whoa, what's that black? Oh, that's a Sunburst guitar. It's like, wait a second, that looked black, that Strat.
Uh-huh. Yes. All right. I know this is weird because you guys all talked. I didn't talk to any of you. We just jumped right on, you know, because I knew that Jay was about to bounce and I wanted to get the very tail end of that. So, hey, everybody. Hey, John Storms. There he is. Floyd Rose, Schaller, Seymour Duncan, DiMarzio, and more.
I take my pills at dinner.
Okay.
And we have Ben Coombs. Ben Coombs is in the house. Ben. Everybody start vaping.
Everybody vape now.
Yeah.
But hey, anyway, if you guys are looking for your Floyd Rose stuff, your Schallers, your Seymour Duncans, your DiMarzios, and more, hit up John Storms Guitars. Link will be down below. But also, you guys can see the live chat. Click on his little icon there, and you'll probably be halfway there. Hey, you guys.
Hey.
Man, what's up? What's the latest?
Good question.
Nothing.
I have an unboxing, and I've sent some boxes out. I thought the guys would get them today, but I guess going across the border, things are maybe a day late. But hopefully either Saturday or Monday, the guys will have their stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Very cool.
What do you have on the big screen behind you?
Oh, this is the US Festival's playing right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there it is. Yep. Let's see if I can guess what song is on. I'm gonna say it's oh geez.
You should know that. You should know
I
that
should
lick.
know it right from there.
Should I get up and listen to it?
What is it? Who knows in the chat room? Who knows?
It looks like,
what
I
song
don't
that
know.
is?
It looks like Jump. But it's
Oh.
not.
They didn't play Jump.
No, I know that. I don't know.
I would say what that was.
Go ahead, say it.
I would say that was the end of Unchained.
Oh yes,
And
because
so
he
the
did
drum
this,
solo.
he did this thing with the other, yeah. 'Cause he
Mhm.
did it. Yes, you're probably right.
Mhm. Pound cake, Douglas Bador says.
Yeah.
It could have been.
Long lost recipe. That's how David Lee Roth would have sang that.
Uh-huh.
Gas and Bullets says he was at the US Festival.
Really?
Wow, very cool.
It's in the chat, so it must be true.
Yeah.
Why is Nesdal presented? This is weird.
I have no idea.
Oh, stop.
I thought you were making fun of me for the stuff I was just drinking.
Oh, no, I wait, hang on. Let me present that. Yeah.
It's pink sand.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes I got acid reflux.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of the time. And I got to do the apple cider vinegar, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Awful. But yeah. So, hey, David Ennis. Hey, man. Yeah. I've got a package right here from David.
Another one?
Right here.
Yep.
Wow.
Showed up today.
Open that sucker.
So, who wants to go first?
You're going first. It's your show, man.
Hey, Caleb. What's up?
Hey, R203.
Should I do it? Open it up?
Yeah, open it. Open it. Open it.
Where's my... I can't even say knife on here.
What?
You just did.
Yeah, I know. I see it. It's up there.
You want to borrow mine?
Yeah, there you go. let me grab it. Grab it real quick.
Yeah. So Ben, have you cracked open the Labatt's Blue yet?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, there it is. The stubbies. How many in a case to those, Ben?
You can get up to a 2-4.
Oh, you can?
Yep. But I just bought a 12, and they told me at the beer store it cost $1 more for the stubby bottle. And I'm like, totally worth it. Totally
Bring
worth
it on. Yeah.
Just so you feel like a Mackenzie brother.
Hey, Dave, what guitar are you playing right now?
My Blue Kramer. And this goes out to Broken Chains. He knows what it is. Got it. Yep.
Wow.
Breaking the chain.
Awesome. More guitars. Thank you very much. I've been posting some of the videos from the Oscars party that we played.
Yeah.
Earlier this month. The Periscopes. I'm posting a bunch of those onto the channel here.
Cool.
And yeah, check it out. Check it out, you guys. All right. Here we go. David Ennis.
Do we have any guesses on this one?
Thank you again.
I'm thinking some kind of pedal, maybe.
I know what it is, but I'm not saying.
Totally unfair.
Well, Johnny's been talking about it for like the last 3 shows.
Oh, right on.
Okay, now we have Jay in the chat.
Hey, Jay.
Dude, go out and have fun, man.
Yeah.
Go out and have fun. This is work. Go have fun.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Go.
He's addicted.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
By the
make
way,
us ban you.
Yes, it's 5:10 p.m. on March 23rd, 2018. I forgot to say that. All right, here we go. David Ennis, Thank you again. Let's see. Almost. There we go. Can you guys? Yeah, you can see me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we see you. All right.
All right. Dude. Wow. Thank you. Man. The Thornbucker?
Oh,
dude.
Is that
what a great pickup that is. That is
right
an
there?
amazing pickup.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've heard these?
That guitar, that pickup is amazing.
Which one? The neck or the bridge?
It doesn't matter, dude. It's a Thornbucker.
Yeah.
What do those come stock in, Dave? Is there a guitar that has those stock?
Yeah, the Pete Thorne John Suhr guitar.
Yeah.
Wow. David Ennis, thank you very much, dude.
A set of them?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the neck in raw nickel and the bridge in raw nickel.
So many words I wanted to say, but I can't say them on here.
Right
Dude,
there.
those pickups rock. Those are great sounding pickups.
Wow. David, thank you. Thank you so much. I think there's more. I'm blurry.
Kramer. Very Kramer.
I actually tried finding that logo online the other day just to make a replica.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I wanted to make a replica just randomly,
Uh-huh.
No,
Looks like that.
Yeah.
Looks like that. Next time I'm down there, I'll grab a bunch of these. And where is it? This way? That way. This way.
Is that like the Great Space Coaster?
Yeah.
All right, see you, Jay.
See you, Jay.
He's actually going to.
See. Is it Centec?
I don't know what that is.
What is this?
There we go.
Man,
Needs batteries.
what is it?
Oh, there's the batteries. Thank you, man. It's a
Oh,
it's
wow.
it's one of those.
It's like a caliper.
Micrometer. Yeah.
Okay.
Micrometer.
Micrometer, caliper,
Yeah.
capillary, whatever.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Micrometer is good.
Micrometer. Is that for like string gauges?
Different heights and string gauges as well. Yeah, it measures heights.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very fine measurement.
It's a ruler.
Like thousandths of an inch, yeah.
Yeah.
You can read off all these numbers and measurements to you, Dave, and you can just say, wow, how do you play that?
I wish I had that.
Yeah.
That's how cool that is.
Wow.
So
David Ennis.
Johnny, for my birthday, you can regift that.
When is your birthday?
And the card will say from Johnny
it's in a
and
month.
David.
It's in 1 month, April 19th.
Man, like David Ennis. Thank you very much, man. Well, hey, maybe if I can measure all my strings. Do you have strings you need measuring?
It's not my strings I need measuring.
Ah, come on. I don't think this gets that thin. It started to work the other direction.
Why is there a negative number?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's called the Nesdal number. Man, David Ennis, thank you very much, man. I do have a whole box of strings that are just loose, random strings. Perfect. I'll dig it out. I'll dig it out. I'll show it to you guys. David, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, I got to see what. I wonder.
What guitar is that going to go in?
I got to see what the legs are like. Okay, cool. Cool. It's just the like that.
Mm-hmm.
Think these could fit in a Wolfgang?
Don't know.
Wow. Yeah, because that Wolfgang right there is looking pretty
Baron.
yeah. Man. David Ennis. Again, thank you so much.
You're the man, David.
Yep.
Wow. I don't know. Steve, maybe you should have gone first.
No. Yeah, I think so, because yours is way better than mine. I just, if you get a chance, Johnny, you should probably grab the Wolfgang on your couch and just see if it would fit those pickups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll do that. Wow. Put them in a Strat. Put them in Strat. Caleb says. Man. Hey, everybody. Man, there's so many people in here.
Yeah.
Wow. Michael, Clayton. Clayton, hey, Johnny, today's Frankenstrat Friday. That's right, Clayton. It is. Did you see that face? Actually, the cool thing about having the chat burned into the video now is anybody watching this thing back can see who was in here.
Yep.
So, of course, shout outs are still, still awesome. Like Ben Combs.
Yep.
It's Coombs. I heard about the double.
I was going to let it go. You're a friend.
I was watching that.
Yeah.
Talking about the double O's.
Yeah, was that last night when my mom jumped in the chat?
Yesterday, yeah. Yeah. I was watching that.
Man, that it just blew up the chat. Everyone's, hi, Ben's mom. And then she's like, okay, I'm leaving now. And then you see, bye, Ben's mom.
Well, Dave gets the same thing when Dave's mom shows up. Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Man. Okay.
Okay, Steve's turn.
Okay, I'm unboxing. I don't know if anyone has one of these yet. This is a new release by EVH. Here it is, the EL34 micro stack.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pete Kuchar has one.
Don't open it. Oh, well, okay. I was going to say, save it for your channel. Do an unboxing on your channel with that.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's all good. Here it officially is. And this, because I like the paint scheme of the black and gold, is going to replace the ivory. So this is going to be the one now.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should hook them up together, hook them both up, and do a side-by-side comparison of the sound.
Yeah, you guys mentioned that. Just put them in a chain and see if it actually works. So I'll sort it out.
What I would do is I would have someone there with you, and you can plug both of them in, and then someone could twirl them over your head while you're playing.
Yeah.
Makes a good Leslie sound before they break.
Yeah, right. Awesome.
New wet dry setup there.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. That's cool. Actually, our friend Zipkin.
Yeah.
Alex Zipkin. He was kind of surprised to see those because he actually painted his white one black.
Oh, he did.
So he actually has one of the older ones that looks just like that. Except that has the gold though, right? The new one?
Yeah, it has the gold. Yeah. Yeah, it has the gold trim. I think it looks really classy, actually. I wasn't a big fan of the ivory one. So even the 100-watt one, I'm considering getting the EL34. It looks awesome, the black with the gold. Just my own opinion. I like the color scheme, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Very cool. What am I seeing? It's like there's some sort of dust flying around. Man. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
Any questions in the chat, Dave?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I've been keeping an eye on it too, so
Okay.
nothing yet.
Everyone's chatting amongst themselves.
Pretty much chat amongst yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Everybody's saying it's Bruce's birthday today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, Faraz Kershid has a question. Please forgive me if I said your last name incorrectly. He says, guys, I have a newbie question. What's the standard bridge pickup height on the EVH guitars, like Specials or Stripe series? Or which one do you prefer? Faraz, as far as I'm concerned, it's all taste. There's no official height that it should be. It's whatever your ears prefer, whatever whatever sounds good to you is that's where I put my pickup height. I don't have a specific thing. Each guitar is slightly different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the EVH, he's talking about the Wolfgang, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Wolfgang pickups, I mean, they're pretty
high output.
They're pretty
too, right?
Well, yes, but they're very short.
Okay.
Well, actually, if I can grab that. And actually, will this micrometer come in handy for that question?
It'll be able to measure your particular one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Already in use. Look at that.
Look at that, man. David, dude.
Well, as I recall, doesn't Eddie usually just put his pickup down as far as it'll go in those?
Well, that's what I do. I put them my pickups are never really too close to the strings.
Mm-hmm.
I like the amp to do the work.
Yep.
This way you hear the sound of the wood of the guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been lowering my pickups lately too because I noticed because we practiced through headphones, I had no headroom, and by lowering the pickup in my humbucker Telecaster, all of a sudden, boom, my volume actually went up because it was compressing because it was hitting the front end so hard. And I had tons of headroom all of a sudden by actually lowering it considerably down.
So, Ben, that pickup was on some kind of springs?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I think pretty much all my guitars. Yeah, I don't have any that don't use a pickup ring.
Yeah. Because like this one, it's just a Seymour Duncan 59. And
right.
I had to cut the legs a bit for it to be low enough.
Right.
So, I had to cut them and then actually drill another hole.
And rebend them.
Yeah.
Did you see the video from Tuesday night?
Yeah. Yep.
Did you see what I had said? Did you look at the picture of Eddie's pickup, the original guitar?
Yeah.
He rebent the ears so the bottoms of the ears are on the sides of the pickup wall.
Right. That was cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I never noticed that.
It never ends. That damn Kramer 5150, all the little secrets. It never does. 30-something years later, we're still talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
These thornbuckers, they can I'd have to route.
Oh, really?
I'd have to route a little bit. Yeah, just the slightest to get them to.
Is that so they will actually fit in the pockets?
In the cavity, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can't see. Yeah, they don't want.
So more or less the thickness of the pickup cover is probably the difference.
Maybe, possibly. Yeah, but hey, if I did that, those would look cool, huh? Yeah, I'm getting the chrome bridge for this.
Yeah.
Again, from John Storms, from Storms Guitars. So this will be chrome, right here, and then chrome pickups.
Cool.
What do you think?
It's all coming together. Yep.
Cool look. Yeah,
I think it'll look cool.
Mm-hmm. There's a question for you in the chat there, Dave.
Uh-oh.
Moore's Guitars asks Dave Nesdall, do you think any changes to the U.S. Wolfgang will be coming soon? Colors, finishes, etc.
You never know. Yeah. I don't second guess that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you know, they debuted. There was kind of the big three of the three Wolfgangs there at NAMM. Well, who's to say they don't bring out three different ones at Summer NAMM?
Well, that won't. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think they're going to do it in the middle of the year. But I think if anything, because that's a very big thing, that'll happen on a winter NAMM, because it's just there's a lot more people. It's a lot bigger deal.
Right.
Summer NAMM is more of a audio type NAMM. It's not really a guitar oriented NAMM.
Okay. But I'm assuming the EVH chorus will probably be debuted at Summer NAMM, since it's in the main catalog.
Probably.
That's my guess on that. Which I cannot wait to try.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, yeah, this thing, it needs batteries. Do you think...
Should be one in it, or in the case for it. Usually they come with one or two.
And it's probably like it's probably a watch battery. It's probably in there, but there's a piece of tape or something behind it, so that
there is one. There is one in here. Thing is, if the battery goes behind there, I don't have a screwdriver that small. That's like you know, like the ones to like fix your glasses.
Uh-huh.
You know, yeah, it's like that size. So I'll have to find one of those. So sorry, who was it? Who wanted? Was it Faraz?
Yeah.
Wanted the measurements. Have to wait a little bit. But hey, Faraz, thanks for watching us all these years, man. Faraz, he was one of the first people to watch the show. Do you remember that, Dave?
Yeah, I do.
From when we first started. Faraz was one of the first people here every time. I remember your name.
I recognize the name from you shouting out his name back in the day.
I can't believe that we actually have a back in the day.
You have it back in the day, Dave. I still haven't caught up on this show, and I still watch 3 to 4 episodes a week minimum.
It's a lot of nothing.
No way, man. No way.
I put it on at work, you know, like a podcast, right? And I could be sitting there doing something, and you just got Dave talking knowledge, Johnny putting chickens away and giving shout outs. You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes a guy named Rob Ron would show up, but most times he wouldn't.
Uh-huh.
And those shows, about 20% was, hey, where is he?
Where'd he go?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Steve Anderson, you got a question. Connor Johnson says, I'm so sorry to bother you.
Nope, you can bother me anytime.
On here, but a quick question. The black stripe above the input jack of the 5150 is just electrical tape, correct?
Yes.
Well, there's your answer.
We elaborate, Steve. Yes.
Connor emails me twice a day with questions, so I'm just helping him out with his build.
And apparently I'm not alone. John BL 5150 says same here, Ben. So he's binge watching too. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it too when I first started watching the show. I was like, oh my God, these guys have been on for a couple of years. And I used to run it on Saturdays. I'd clean the house and stuff. I'd have it cranked. And I just all of a sudden they talk about, a subject I was totally into. And I was like, oh, okay, I got to stop what I'm doing and watch. And,
Yep. But to expand on that question.
Yeah, here it is right here, guys. So this is electrical tape on mine. I just ran it from the Canon jack and just ran a piece of electrical tape up. And I sort of snipped the corner off sort of on the tail end. The corner on edge, you can see it, notice is a little bit snipped. But yeah, this is the spot right out of the Canon jack where it comes up. Yeah.
And by 1988, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So depending on what version you want.
Let me see if I can find. And also, speaking of different versions, I said that right. He had tape on different parts of the guitar down there. It wasn't always just like that. If you look up, I'm the worst at typing.
Yeah, there was a lot of tape on it at some point.
Yeah, definitely for pick placements too. I know in 1984 he had them couple different spots. I think down in here, he put a strip of tape down here to have picks in the bottom corner down here. I saw that once during the '84 tour.
Okay, there's a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
While you're looking for that pick.
There's a good one. I got them. I got both of them right here.
Okay.
Okay, here's two good examples of what I was just talking about. So you see how Steve has it where it is right there on his?
Mm-hmm.
Say.
Yep, I'm here. I'm right here, guys. I'm popping, Cannon jack, electrical tape.
That like the way it is on his guitar, that's the most common. Most people that make those guitars, that's the way they do it. But there was other ways. There was other. Wow. Like, wow. Like, look at this. Right there. That's a little different. See?
Wow.
And
I've never seen that before, that picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. There's all different ways he had them. And then they're like this, too. So that's a little different. He has it like on the bottom there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And actually, you can see he's got his cable taped to the bottom of his guitar there, the wireless with the white tape. See that?
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah.
That's the 1984.
Yep.
Yeah, in '84. In '84, it was mainly, yeah, all different ways like that.
A64 T-Bird says, Dave, what's your opinion on arch tops? Do you have one? Do you want one? Should I have one? Should I want one?
Yes.
Arch tops as in jazz guitar arch tops or an arch top Wolfgang? What are we talking about?
I think jazz guitar, because I see later it says, have you played an L5?
Oh, yeah, I've played lots of them. I played Super 400s. I've played L5s, L4s. I worked in 2 major music stores in my career selling them. So, yeah, I've played lots of them, and they are very cool. $10,000 for an L5 for me personally is a bit too much money. I wouldn't spend that much money on a guitar that I would just look at and say, "Ooh, that's pretty." I'd have to play it, and I'm not a jazz box guy, but I have played lots of jazz box. I've owned some. I think if you're into jazz or if you're into blues, it's a guitar you might want to have. It's just they're cool. All guitars are cool. And I personally believe in having at least one of everything. Yeah. At the moment, I don't have an arch top though. So.
And Dave, I think even Wolfgang wise, you prefer the arch tops?
Yes, I prefer them over the flat tops. Yeah.
And for what reason, Dave?
I think there's a bit more sound. There's much more wood.
Yeah.
I just think I like the way it feels.
Right.
Cool. Mm-hmm. And I like the way it looks. It's reminiscent of a Les Paul, and I think Les Paul, she's a nice looking lady.
Sorry, Dave, I'm unfamiliar with this L5 you're talking about. Is there a particular brand that makes
Gibson.
that? Gibson? Oh, it is.
L5, it's about a $10,000 guitar, maybe even more now. I mean, depends on the year. You can even get a new one for about 10 or 15,000 now. They're custom shop, amazing guitars. They're beautiful. They're works of art.
So they don't make like a cheap, I don't want to say cheaper, but like a less expensive version. Nothing
of an L5. No, an L5 is an L5, no matter how you. I think the cheapest L5 is going to be about $5,000 or $6,000, and that's for a studio.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's still a lot of money. It's just less ornate. It's less ornate. It's still the build itself is still top of the line build. Jazz box, just not ornate.
Yeah. And that's still about 8,500 for us, Steve.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I give prices like that, as far as you know, that's the last time I worked in a music store was 2008.
Yeah.
So that's the pricing that's still in my head. It could be more by now. I haven't, I haven't memorized pricing guides.
And I'm doing the automatic 20 to 25% conversion rate to Canadian funds, plus we pay an extra to get them across the border.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of across the border, do either of you guys go to eat at Taco Bell?
Oh, yeah.
I just had Taco Bell tonight.
Oh.
We have Taco Time and Taco Bell.
Wow.
I have to go to the next town over to go to Taco Bell. It's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Jay, are you listening?
Of course he is.
He loves the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
There was this. Anyway, I saw in Canada at Taco Bell up there they have something called the Chicken Star. Have you guys seen that?
Okay. No.
It's basically those chicken those chips.
Mm-hmm.
You know those chicken chips? Remember when they had the chicken the naked chicken chalupa? Was it?
Okay. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
For all you Taco Bell fans out there, they started making these chips out of those, which I haven't tried them. I did have that naked chicken thing. I remember we were talking about that when that thing came out. But anyway, I noticed up in Canada they got something called the Chicken Star, which is the chicken chips inside a what's the flat
burrito?
Tortilla.
Tortilla.
Yeah.
It's like folded. It's like folded over.
Mm-hmm.
Chalupa?
No.
Burrito?
No.
Gordita?
I live in such a lowly populated area. Our Taco Bell isn't even a Taco Bell. It's a Taco Bell and KFC in the same place.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if it's that way out where you are, Steve.
Yeah, KFC and Taco Bell are owned by the same company.
Yeah, which is great because you can order off both menus all at once.
Yeah, right. No, they're individual out here. But I was at Taco Bell the other day. I always get like a beef super burrito, it's called, and then they have this thing called their fries. What do you call those sort of cylinder potato? What do they call it? You can get them frozen and cook them up. They're like potatoes. They look sort of like
French fries.
What do you call them? Yeah, but it's sort of like a cylinder almost.
Tater tots?
Yeah, tater tots. That's what they call it. And then they call it fries. That's their fries at Taco Time. Yeah. And then it's like it's called Fries Supreme, where they put like extra stuff on it, like sour cream and guacamole and that. And then my Mountain Dew was totally watered down, so their little keg was running low. So
always is there.
Yeah.
Hey, BV Ninja made it. He's over in Japan playing right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Does he know Mully?
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was chatting with him the other night, and he was saying he was headed to Japan to play some gigs or something. I can't remember exactly. I was like, oh, awesome.
Cool.
Had to build a pedal board to take.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, Gas and Bullets. Thank you. Yeah, the Crunch Wrap. That's what it is.
Oh, wow.
Everybody, welcome to Taco Bell Talk.
Yeah.
Taco Bell -talk. We should grab that domain. Taco Talk. Taco-talk. Yeah, we've got a Taco Bell down the street. I accidentally got 2 tacos yesterday. Accidentally.
It happens sometimes.
Well, the thing is, I swore off Taco Bell, 6 years ago?
Why was that, Johnny?
Because I was eating it every day. Every day. And I don't know. If you guys eat it every day, I guess that's okay. But there comes a time where your doctor says, stop eating that. And that's what he told me, 6-7 years ago.
So what's the other place? Isn't the other place called Moe's? That's the other one you go to? Is that a Mexican place? Moe's?
It's not the same. Moe's is much better. It's like
authentic.
It's like Chipotle.
Oh yeah.
See, I don't even have Chipotle or Chipotle. Yeah.
No, I think that's American only.
Ah, Chipotle. Yeah.
Well, plus we have no population density that warrants half the franchises that everybody else has.
Yeah.
I don't even have a Burger King in my town.
You don't?
No, and I'm in a town of 16,000. You know, we got McDonald's and A&W, and that's it.
Yeah, we've got 2 Burger Kings. There's one downtown Victoria, and then there's one in Langford. Yeah, we're looking at about 500,000 people here on the southern tip of the island.
Right.
Yeah.
But look at you, both you guys are thin. No wonder, no wonder there's no fast food there.
Well, I played soccer my whole life, so I've been running a lot.
No comment.
Yeah, that's okay.
By the way, Showman Blues, hey, popped in.
Hey, Showman. A64 T-Bird. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Yeah, I used to eat Taco Bell all the time. My big thing was the beefy 5-layer burrito. You guys have had that. That was my go-to thing. It was like a couple dollars or something.
Nice.
But in the 6 years since I stopped eating Taco Bell, now that I've been back there a few times, the burritos are way smaller than they.
Oh yeah,
they're
way.
Yeah,
and more expensive.
A freaking bean burrito is this big, whereas when I used to eat there, it was this big. Okay, it's half the size. But also,
and double the price.
They double the price.
There you go.
They minus the size, and it's not as good. It's not as like I told you, I had 2 tacos yesterday. If you're starving, I starved myself. You eat them, it's like, oh, this is good. But at the same time, you realize it is garbage. That's what you had said, and it is. but it's so good. So what?
I have a question for Steve Anderson.
Yeah, hit me.
Growing up, did you go to a lot of indie shows and stuff in and around Vancouver, Victoria, stuff like that?
Oh yeah, they're all the time here. There's a club here. It's called the Lucky Bar. It's called the Lucky Bar.
Yep. I know the Lucky Bar. The reason the reason I mentioned it is my bass player spent a lot of time growing up in Victoria.
Oh really?
Yeah, Larry Babcock is his name, bass player.
Yep.
So I wasn't sure he's run into just about everybody. So literally, it wouldn't surprise me if you had known him.
Oh, probably.
It's crazy. Yeah, he played in a variety of bands in and around Victoria and right through early through mid '80s and stuff. He also was in the Navy and still played gigs. And
what I will say, Ben, is like live venues in Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
They've been, I'd say, the last 10 years, they've been cut in half.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Because there's so much just. I guess I don't know when I don't go to clubs where there's DJs really. I would never stay because I always go somewhere where there's live music, right?
Exactly.
So there's a few pubs. There's a place called Irish Times. It's an Irish pub. They always have live music every night.
Nice.
There's a place called Darcy's Pub. They have live music every night. There's nights that a certain band will always play every Friday, or there's a band that plays every Saturday, like a buddy of mine's band. He's a drummer.
Yep.
They play always on Saturday night there. So and there's let's see, there's just places ended up having DJs or just pubs that had great live music just shut down.
Sure. Yeah. It's a lot cheaper to put in a karaoke machine.
Yeah, right.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious on that. Yeah, he played in a bunch of bands around there. Now I have him as my bass player.
There you go.
Yeah.
So do you have any gigs coming up then?
I'm playing April 13th is the next one.
Oh, okay.
Doing 4 sets at a bar next town over in Belleville. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have original music that you do at all, or?
No, we don't. Richie has written 8 or 9 songs. We've jammed them out. We've got them sussed out pretty good, but we just don't incorporate them into the live show. We're probably going to end up recording them and stuff like that and just do it. We might even put it under a different name and just throw it up on YouTube or something like that.
So do you guys have like lyrics for the songs, or is it just instrumental?
Oh yeah, fully finished songs. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Yeah, it's his material. Whenever he wants me, tell me where and when, I'll go in and record.
Right on.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys have a recording studio? Do you have a place that you go to, or do you record yourselves?
We just record where we shoot the Thursday show in Rich's place. Just a home studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Recorded all there, except for, we probably want to do drums, so I just set up drums where, somebody's house or a garage, doesn't matter to me, and I'll just mic them up accordingly and lay down the drum tracks that way with a scratch guitar track, and then go back and do everything virtual.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The Bat Dog. Is that the Bat Dog? I think it is. Oh, yes. My week is complete. I'm very happy when I see the Bat Dog.
You didn't ask me how many eggs I got today. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
BV Ninja tagged me in a message saying, sent Steve a Facebook message being ignored, though. Haha.
Where? Who?
BV?
Well, what's the name? I need a name, though.
BV Ninja's first name is BV. B-E-V-E.
Really?
I can't remember his last name.
Yeah, okay. I'll pick up on that. I know people have like their nicknames, and then they somebody's actual first and last name come up, and I'm kind of like everybody else. I'm kind of like,
yeah. Well, you just look. If Johnny is a mutual friend, it's okay.
That's my rule of thumb.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to know who anybody in the chat. Yeah. If you have these nicknames like Bag Cereals or something, I'm like, I don't know who that is. Claire Simpson, who's that? Oh, yeah.
Huh? As far as being tagged in the live chat, I think that works with everybody.
Yeah.
So I think if
you don't even have to be in the chat, because Bruce tagged me in one of Joe Wentz's videos. He just happened to mention my name, and then I was watching it the next day, and I saw my name come up in red, and I was like, I wasn't even there. How did he tag me? It was very trippy. He says, and he says he sent you his real name and nickname. So,
really?
Yeah.
Well, I apologize, and I'll be on it next time I'm on Facebook, which will be later tonight.
Well, there you go, BB.
So, are we doing a second show tonight or no?
Well, I already told the chat yes, so apparently you guys are.
Yeah. And then Jay wants to participate, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess I'll be here.
Yeah, that's usually like a 9 o'clock Pacific start, so that's midnight on the East Coast. So.
Yeah.
Well, all you have to do, Johnny, is host it, and then you can just mute yourself, and then Jay and Steve can talk for 6 hours, and you can come back in the morning and just end it, and and edit off whatever if they leave early.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, we had a great time last week. For those of you who might be totally new, we've been doing 2 shows on Fridays. We do like the one now, the 8 o'clock Eastern one, where we talk about, we try to talk about guitars. You can ask us your questions. We unbox, mail that we get throughout the week, and then we've been doing a late show where we do the same stuff. We answer your questions, converse with everybody in the chat room, but also we just talk about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So like
it's more rated R.
Yeah.
Well, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. But also it can't be, because it doesn't matter what time something is done on here. Once it's over, it can be rewatched any time of the day. So it's not like, unless the video is deleted or whatever.
Caleb has a question for Steve. Are you tracking his package?
Yeah. So
track your own package.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I sent.
Does that make this rated R? That comment?
Yeah, right.
Is that what you mean by that?
Yeah.
That's PG.
I know it's not cursing, because I watch videos and there's like banner ads throughout the whole thing, and they're just cursing a storm. Like in a 10-minute video, they'll swear 7 times, and I'm like, I don't know what gets past and what doesn't. But it's just weird, random keywords.
Yeah. So I sent Caleb a package. I sent Dave Nesdal one, and Jay Hannon, and I guess we're sort of a day off because of the border situation. So whether you guys get, I think like here in where I live on the west coast of Canada, yeah, we like packages. The post office does deliver packages, but not like letter mail. So I don't know what it's like in the States if packages can get delivered through the U.S. Postal Service on a Saturday.
You get Saturday delivery, Steve?
Yes, sir.
I don't.
Packages, not letter mail.
I don't get anything.
Oh yeah, we get letters and packages on Saturday.
And
Oh,
Jay's
you do?
back.
Oh yeah, sure. Matthew Stewart says, Dave Nesdo, what do you think of the new Tremonti PRS amp? I really don't know. I haven't heard it. All I can say is if PRS is making Tremonti an amp, it's got to be good because PRS amps are incredible. So sight unseen, I would say that if you like Tremonti's sound and you like PRS, it's a match made in heaven because their quality is amazing.
How long have they had amps, Dave? Like 10 years or?
Yeah, about that. Maybe even a little more.
Wow,
it's been that long already. Yeah.
Yeah, their amps are pretty amazing. I think the guy that started it with them his name is Doug Sewell. A lot of people call him Sewell. You know, like if you'll see the amp SEWEL amp, it's actually called Sewell, not Sewell. But just the technology and everything about those amps are top notch.
Right on.
Mm-hmm. Why does it sound windy?
I
hear an airplane.
Yeah,
I heard it.
Johnny, the flight line for the largest Air Force base in Canada is right here, like outside my place.
Wow.
So, yeah, the air base is on the other side of town, but yeah, you're still on the flight line. So that was a C-130 Hercules. Yes.
Oh, we're not talking regular planes. We're talking.
No, that was a C-130.
No, that's a big 4 propeller plane, C-130. No.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably search and rescue.
So Ben, you get like the, what is it called? The snowbirds or whatever. Those jet fighters come flying in there too.
Yeah, they do their maintenance here. No, this is scary. They're based in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, which is literally halfway between Steve and me.
Yeah.
All maintenance is done on our base because the one guy that still knows how to work on those aircraft posted out in Trenton, and they still retain him to do maintenance. So you got to fly a plane 1,000 kilometers for maintenance. That just freaks me out.
Why doesn't he start like a training school so he can train some younger guys what he's doing?
I'm sure there's got to be a handful of people. Oh, I see light, so we're going to have another pass here probably in a minute. So we're doing nighttime maneuvers. I'm sure he's got a handful of guys he's trained and stuff. But yeah, those planes are from the early 60s that they use for the shows. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, every piece of military equipment that gets shipped overseas, everything comes through our Air Force Base because there's only 3 major military bases in Canada: West Coast, we're Central, and one on the East Coast. And
yeah, ours is in Comox. That's about
Comox.
Yeah,
a couple hundred. Aware. Yep.
Yeah, a couple hundred miles from here. Yeah.
Yeah, north of you, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, everything's north of me.
Yeah, I was gonna say everything's north of you. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, air movement base. They move everything through there and logistics and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Those snowbird jet fighters, they put on a great show here in the summertime. They just fly around Victoria and do all these crazy loops and make hearts out of their exhaust and everything. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's aircraft talk.
Yeah.
Oh, now there's a train. Dave, how far is that train from you?
That's not my train.
No, that'd be my train too. Did I not mention a quarter mile that way too? Yeah.
He has every means of transport right next door.
But the NCN rail lines are right there.
Yeah, the train that comes here is literally less than a block.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Dave? Is that a passenger train or is that like goods?
Passenger.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was it BB Ninja?
Mm-hmm.
You were saying yeah, we already unboxed stuff.
Yep. BB Ninja. This is the EL34 micro stack. I unboxed. I've upgraded from the Ivory one. And yeah, good times coming up.
Good tones.
Yeah.
Where?
You should plug both those things together, man.
Yeah, I'll be sorting it out in between shows tonight. And this is the 5150. This is the 5150 overdrive that's going from guitars into this, into that. Yeah.
So let's hear what it sounds like. Just play a chord.
Yeah, give me a second. I think my chain just got caught. Hold on, boys. Talk amongst yourself.
Oh, there he goes.
I would have known it would have been that hard.
And then BV, right?
Yeah.
Where's what I got? Thanks to our good friend David Ennis. He sent me over some Pete Thorn buckers. Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, there you can see my camera. There it is. David, thank you so much, man. Huh? Are you in tune?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Man. More guitars. No, I have not seen that. Wait, I should be.
I've only heard about it.
Yeah, there's a Karate Kid. Is it a movie?
Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
A new one? What was I gonna say? I don't know. But yes. Awesome. I just got the alert. Jaden James, I don't know if you're in here, but our friend Jaden James, he just uploaded something to his I don't know if you meant to or not, so you better go look it quick.
In unboxing.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cool. Go subscribe to Jaden James, JJ's House of Jams.
Mm-hmm. That'll be his first video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he mentioned during my show last night that he was going to do it and uploaded it. And then after I was done, I went on his channel to see if it was there, and it wasn't. And I checked again today. I was like, nope. So I guess he finally got it figured out. So
did you get the alert too?
I did.
Do you have it set up? Yeah. I've got all you guys that I'm subscribed to. Every time you guys upload something new or go live, I get the alert right on my screen here.
Yeah.
So the only bad thing about that is when I get up in the morning and turn the computer on, I got to click through 30 of those things just to get them off my screen. But it's great. It's great though. Hey, there you are, man. Yes, Jaden James. Everybody, go click on his name on the in the chat right there and give him a subscribe.
Right on. And make sure the bell looks like it's ringing. So as you said, so you can wake up and have all these notifications, and there's your day planned right there.
Yeah. 6 guys, and it's like, oh god, I got 12 hours of show time. Yeah.
Hey, how do you think like Saturday, like tomorrow, when I work every other Saturday, you guys do the late show. I get the notification just as I'm going to bed that you go live, and then when I get up in the morning, it'll say like stream ended 3 hours ago, and I'm like, what? And then I start
that's insane.
watching it, and then I'm like,
insane.
Okay, Jay is going to drop out at some point, and then Jay's there for basically the duration. I was like, that poor boy.
Oh yeah.
That poor,
he
like
says,
last
okay.
weekend.
Yeah. He says, okay, guys, it's like 2 a.m. here. I need to go to bed, and then it's like all of a sudden it's like 3 a.m. because he can't stop looking at the chat and answering questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardwood Steaks says, Dave, it's so nice to learn new info about EVH. Keep up the detail work. I don't know what you're talking about.
But thank you anyways.
I have no clue what that even means.
Uh-oh. Mr. BHB says, I'm back, everyone. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Where was Mr. BHB off to for the last little while, eh?
Probably eating dinner or blowing out his candles.
Something like that.
Maybe someone was blowing out his candle.
Is Jen in the chat? No. I'm just kidding, buddy. And a BV says, Dave Nesdall, hope Desiree is feeling better. Say hello from me.
She's in bed sleeping or watching TV. She's still not feeling well, but thank you. I'll tell her.
Man, what's going on that screen back there, Steve? Dang.
What do we got? A drum solo or something happening.
He already did the drum solo.
I don't know. They're probably jamming something. I don't know.
That looks, you can't even. Oh, because of your glare. It looks.
Yeah, it's still sunny here.
It looks like some scary movie or something. Look at that.
Still sunny. Later tonight, it'll be crystal clear.
Oh, okay. Bruce says he was on the phone with family. Sure you were.
Oh, man.
I don't mind busting his chops a little. We talk every day, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with I guess what we call busting onions.
Ustin Bunions.
You know, who was the first guy to say that in here? Busting onions. Was it Michael Smith?
Might have been.
It was either Michael Smith or Sean Mahoney, one of those guys. Remember when I first heard that? And again, thank you, Sean Mahoney, for tweeting out the link to this video. And Ben, you tweeted out as well.
I did.
I retweeted both you guys.
Awesome.
So thank you. Thank you for that.
Welcome. Hey, you were crazy enough to let me come on again, so least I could do was retweet it.
Yeah, Sean, there you are.
Yeah.
Let's see. Blink Pal 2. Do people know that the Bruce, the Iron Maiden singer, flies up to 747s and the tour plane?
Yep.
Yes.
So he's a pilot, and he flies them around himself, and he also teaches flying.
Yep.
And more guitar says, Dave, the detail you gave on the difference in pickups between the signature and regular USAs is a factoid most people don't know. Most would probably think they're the same, for example. Well, there we are.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Proof yet again, you're dropping knowledge, dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
My pleasure. Broken Shane says, Dave, do you want that old GFTPM issue with the Reb Beach Kramer on it? You mean this one? I have a copy for you. I'd love a copy of it. Thank you.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
We could do an unboxing.
Yeah.
Yes. Unboxings all the time right here on Johnny Beane TV.
24-hour unboxing show.
Just people jumping in. Hey, I got this. Then you jump back out. Someone else jumps in.
Well, hey, feel free. And any of you people watching these videos, we got the links down below to Guitarist Johnny Beane, Facebook, Instagram. If you guys get any new gear, if you want to show it off, feel free to post on the page, tag me on Twitter.
Same here. I'd love to see it. I always love new gear. Yeah,
Ben Coombs. Yeah. Feel free to tag us in your posts with new guitars, new whatever.
Yeah, I bought a pack of strings. Awesome. It's all new to me. I love it. I don't care.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Both the Orange Crush and the Ivory Wolfgang specials are in stock and ready to ship, but the Candy Apple Red one I ordered is still not in. Sad face.
Of course not. Because it's the one that everyone wants. The one that everyone wants, they're going to make everyone wait for.
That's what I told them. Yeah.
I can tell you about that.
Yes, you can, Steve. Again, binge watching old episodes. Steve Anderson says X amount of sleeps until.
Yeah, that was probably 7 months, I think, till I got that.
Every show.
Every show,
Oh,
yeah.
That's the only way we knew Steve. It was only very recently that we actually know Steve now. You know,
Right.
we went.
Yeah, December. It was right before Christmas. That was the first time I was on the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
We went probably close to a year of just knowing of this guy saying how he has so many more sleeps until he gets his guitar. And by the way, Johnny, how many eggs do you have today?
Yeah.
We thought, what's up with this guy, man? This guy's kind of, you know. And then we meet the guy, and we can't believe
how cool he is.
How cool! Yes,
Thanks,
his collection of guitars. I mean,
yeah,
all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Steve
Well, I
Anderson.
remember when Steve went overseas there. What was that? A couple of months ago. I felt
January.
obligated to ask Johnny how many eggs he got while you were gone because I figured somebody has to ask.
Oh yeah. Bozique covered me a bit with that too.
Yeah.
Faraz says, Dave, I put a Frankie pup in my Ibanez RG350 guitar, basswood body, maple neck, and they sound amazing, not dark at all. That's probably because you have a floating bridge on your guitar, and it's not against the body. So I'm glad it works, and cool. If you love it, you love it. That's awesome. But yeah, because the bridge is not sitting on the deck and it's floating, it's going to be a little more airy and a little more brighter, plus the maple neck.
Okay. Right. And then Connor Johnson asks, Steve and Ben, do you guys have Instagram? Steve?
No, I don't. I have Facebook, and I do have a Twitter account.
Yeah, I have Instagram. It's my name with the initial D, as in David, tribute to Nesdal. D Ben Coombs. That's my Instagram. Which actually, my first name is David. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Facebook is just my name, Steve Anderson. Same with my YouTube channel, it's just Steve Anderson, and I think same.
Will also come up if you search for Rummeister. I think you come up too, because I think you have that linked as a nickname on your Facebook account, don't you?
Well, there's a song called "The Rummeister" that I wrote sitting here one night. I'm not kidding.
Was that last week?
No, that was about a month ago. Rummeister was written a month ago when I think R2, R3 Locking Nut gave me that nickname.
Right.
And then Jay and I have become sort of rum drinking buddies on this late show. So
right.
I do it all the time. I did it last week. I would just sit here and we're talking about whatever. And I just start hitting these notes. And all of a sudden I write a song. All of a sudden we hang up and I have to finish it. So yeah, I do that. I have a riff and I throw some chords to add to it. And then I throw the riff somewhere else on the neck. And then all of a sudden it's a song. Yeah.
Nice. I saw something here.
Yeah, those late shows, they're a good time.
Yeah.
Oh. Blank Pellet has a question of I know everybody asked did anyone play the PVHP or own one? I haven't actually got my hands on one myself.
Johnny, did you play a PVHP guitar at NAMM?
I held one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't play it though. I just held it. Because Caleb was there the day before, and he was telling us how the guitars felt different. Like from one to the next, it wasn't like the next didn't feel the same.
You mean on the PVs?
Yeah.
Like every one you picked up, they felt different?
Like maybe out a couple, maybe one was like way different than the other.
What about you? You only picked up one of them?
Well, I felt them both. I mean, I picked them up and just like felt the neck. I didn't actually plug it in or play it or anything.
Oh, okay.
Caleb played one of them.
Oh, okay.
Through like a full stack, I remember.
Of course he did.
And then some metal guy was like talking to him, I remember. Remember that, Caleb? But yeah.
Right on.
So no, I have not played one. I've held one. I have not played. I have not actually plugged it in or whatever.
I remember Dave had like 2 of them on order, like when they were first available. Yeah.
Yep, I did. and I never got a chance to get them.
No.
There's that one that has that cool color scheme. It's kind of green and fades to blue, or the other way around, or something.
Ocean blue, it's called.
Yeah. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Cool color.
Steve, is that like a DVD set? Is it like 2 DVDs for that show?
Yes, sir.
Because I was gonna say that show should not be over that quick.
Yeah. It's 2 DVDs. I'll start it again, so there's something playing.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something
About the PV guitars?
No.
Oh, okay.
I forget.
Oh, how many eggs did you have today?
A lot.
Do you have a number?
Can you write? Just write a lot.
I got a list here. This list here I have starts January 1st right here.
I would say like 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I went out there and there was like 3 sitting in one corner, 2 in another one down below.
Yeah.
6. That's 6. Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say. But real quickly, let me answer BV Ninja. Johnny Beane, which guitar are you putting the Thornbuckers in? They are awesome pickups. David Ennis, thank you again, man. I'm thinking maybe I'll try to put them in that Wolfgang right there.
So you think you're gonna route the body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's maybe what I'll do. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it kind of has to happen. You've got the hardtail coming for that, right? And then those pickups in it, they look good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm not sure. I've got two Wolfgangs.
Yeah.
Actually, that I'll tell you guys a story if you guys want to hear it. But hey, Mark, Tone Talk is in here. Hey, man.
Nice.
Good to see you, man. What was I gonna?
We're talking Wolfgangs.
I'm trying. Okay, it's a long story. That Wolfgang, that used to be a functional guitar. I used to play that one. And then what happened was I had the bridge pulled off of that one and put on another one. Somebody gave me 2 Wolfgang bodies a year ago.
Wow.
Okay. Just bodies. I pulled the bridge off of that, stuck it on one of them. That's, you guys know, the Wolfgang, the hardtail that I play. That's just like a natural quilt top.
Yep.
That one. That's the one. So that bridge, I'm trying to not make this confusing. That bridge went onto that guitar.
Right.
And so this guitar has been out of commission for about a year, And then I've got another Wolfgang body that takes a Floyd Rose.
What color is that one, Johnny?
That one is kind of natural-ish too.
Oh, okay.
I guess I've never showed it off. Only out of anybody on here, only Dave has seen it. Nobody else has seen it. Because I don't want to actually show it until I have the guitar done.
Right.
But that one, I need a neck. That's the only thing. I need like a Chinese or a Japanese neck. So as far, what am I trying to say?
Well, you got to decide what body you're going to put those new pickups into. Yeah.
Yes, there we go. That was it.
That's why we're here.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Plus, I'm hopped up on the caffeine.
So Johnny, that guitar, the Wolfgang on the couch right now. Sorry, I can't see the neck. Does it have at the top of the neck? Does it have tuners on it?
Yes.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, it has tuners. It has a nut. It just needs the only thing it needs. I showed it off earlier. It needs the string retainer.
Yep.
Right? It needs that, and then it just needs like a pot, which I have. You know, I've got I've got two of the Sean Silas the Borns, the pots.
Right.
Got from him, from his booth at the NAMM show. So I'll put one in there, and then I'll put one in the other Wolfgang, the one that needs the neck, and then I don't know. Oh, okay. I sound like such a ditz. It's the pickups, the Pete Thorne pickups. I'm thinking maybe I'll put them in that one. Maybe I'll put them in the other one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I got to figure. So much to figure out.
I think it would look good in either of them, even though I haven't seen the other body. But if it's natural, I mean, it's all good.
I would show it to you guys off air, but the ladder to my my loft here broke a couple months ago, so I can't get up there. So it's back against the wall. So even if I wanted to, I can't get to it.
How many steps broke? 1 or 3 or?
Like a side, like it's the kind that folds. It folds down, and then one of the latches busted, so the whole thing tilts over. I can't even bring it down. It happened right before NAMM. It happened right before the NAMM show. It broke, and I couldn't get up there. RTR3 Lock and Nut. Those Thornbuckers are in Philip McKnight's Fender Stratocaster. Oh, cool. Cool. I'll have to talk to Philip and see what he thinks about those. Nice.
Big shout out to R2, R3 Locking Nut.
Yes. Yeah. Well, for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Yes. I got to let Howie out real quick.
Oh, yeah.
You do that. R2 was kind enough to send me a pickup. It should be arriving early next week. Yeah.
Oh, cool. What is it?
A Duncan 59 neck pickup for my Chibson.
Nice.
So I did. I traded a guitar, my J Tercer Les Paul, and a few bucks for knockoff Gibson Les Paul custom. I threw locking tuners on it, and I threw a Duncan 59 in the bridge. I was showing it off on my show, and R2's like, I got a Duncan 59 neck pickup that would go perfect in that thing. I'm not using it. Take it. I was like, seriously?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's out of the Dave Nesdahl playbook, as Dave would say. If you got parts sitting around that you're not being used, they need to be on a guitar, send it.
Send to somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. It will be put to good use for sure.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to Dave, Dave, with all your replicas on the wall behind you, was there a certain pot that you always used for most of your replicas?
Yeah, Bourne's 500K.
Oh, okay.
Low friction.
Nice.
Right.
But you got to be very careful when you're soldering it, because if you solder it, and if the soldering gun is too hot, you'll burn the pot out.
Mm.
Whoa. Yeah.
Because they're those pots. CTS pots are they're better quality pots. They take a little bit more of a beating, but they're usually high friction or normal friction. They don't generally have low friction pots. The metal is a little bit thicker, so the metal casing around the whole thing. So you can use a little bit hotter temperature and it won't hurt the pots. But the Bourne's pots, the metal is very thin. It's like pot metal. But they I like the way they work.
Right on.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Connor Johnson asked Steve Anderson, what pot did you put in your 5150?
All the parts that I have, most of the stuff were from old Kramer Pacers from about 1983. That was the theme I had going. Whether something was from 1982, maybe, but I was getting a lot of vintage stuff for that guitar. So, yeah, I'd actually have to. So
are your tuning pegs vintage, like 82 Gattos?
Yeah, like 90 degree Gatto tuners. From
Can I see those? Can you show a close up of that?
Yep.
I have gold ones on my Vetus guitar, on the Music Zoo guitar, which are from my original '82.
Yeah. So I don't know if this helps you, David. Do you need it backwards? You want to see the back?
No,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah. So just on eBay, Dave, pretty much anything I need, they'll come up. I can't remember the supplier of this one. He's on there all the time. He's always got stuff.
Alienation.
Yeah, it was probably him. There's also another guy, Stegatsu or something is the guy's name. I gotta dig back to who supplies me what.
Did you put that vintage nut on there yet?
No, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. I found another one I had just sitting around for Caleb. So I actually had an old Floyd Rose R2, like the official Floyd Rose little black box that has the window.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I had everything for Caleb. So I just sort of reassembled the box the way it actually would look. I don't want to say too much. But anyway, and Caleb knows though, I have more stuff for his build as well that I put in there as well. So, but I want to leave that as a surprise for him. Yeah.
Good.
But I did find another nut for Caleb, sort of that matches the Floyd he's getting. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
See, Romeo Delight 90 joined us and says, just unboxed a Kramer Pacer vintage, pretty awesome guitar, heavy in weight due to the maple body. And then follows it up with, did all the Kramer Pacers from the 80s have maple bodies?
No, they were either maple or they were poplar.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah, one came up on eBay today. It was red with a black pick guard and a rosewood neck, a Kramer Pacer. I can't remember the price tag. It looked pretty good. I think it was under $1,000. I think it was, I want to $650 or $850. I can't remember, but yeah. So
for a black one,
it was black. It was, sorry, Dave. It was red with a black pick guard, and it had different looking pickups in it, almost like.
It was a deluxe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 single coils and a humbucker.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it looked like a good price for what it is. Under $1,000. Yeah. What's that, Dave? A taco of some sort?
It is a burrito.
Wow.
From Taco Bell.
Nice.
Wow.
We talk about it and bang.
Yuck.
Take your earphones off.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
How come you didn't when he sneezed in your ear?
It wasn't slurpy sounding.
It was a dry sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bozique, I know.
Bozique is in the house. Nice.
Bozique.
Yeah.
I think we have Jay's whole family in the house because Jeannie's in here, but she put, whoops, sorry, Ellie deleted JJ's comment. So apparently Ellie's here too.
Really? Wow.
Help, she's a toddler with my phone.
I know. I saw that. I saw it was deleted, and I was thinking, why'd they delete that? I think what they meant to do was to show it. Well, maybe not, but yeah, because I know it would have hidden it because of the. It's all good though. It's all good.
We have a toddler with a wrench in the chat.
Yeah, right.
Nothing but good could come of this. Chat's
Who was the guy Jay was with? Is that a high school buddy of his or something? I think that's what he meant. That's what he mentioned.
That's him right there, Brian Bosom.
Oh, okay.
Yep. See you soon, Brian.
Right on.
Cool. Wow, 62 people watching. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, Howie's in the house. Look at that. Nice.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. He is here.
64 people in a canine.
Yeah.
And a burrito.
And a burrito.
Oh, Ben, do you guys have Boston Pizza out there? Do you have that franchise out there? Oh, you do?
Yep.
Yeah. I have one like across the street here.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I don't think I mentioned it to Johnny, but they don't. I don't think they have that franchise in the United States. Actually, that's Jay Tree Living, the guy from the Dragon's Den. That's his company, the Boston Pizza. Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's Canada only. Yeah.
Ironic with a name like Boston Pizza.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might be his family roots or something. Maybe he had.
I'm just happy they brought Little Caesars back to our area.
Oh, it was gone?
Yeah, for about 20 years. They were around. They shut them all down in the mid-90s, and then they all just started springing up again the last 2 or 3 years. But hot and ready pizza? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so Johnny, in high school, Johnny, like late 80s, they used to have this, it was called Little Caesars Pizza, but they'd have like 2 pizzas basically in kind of like in an individual box, but the boxes were attached, if that makes any sense. So you grab the top of the paper and rip it wide open, and you'd have 2 pizzas sitting right there. So it's kind of 2 boxes in one. Yeah.
Is this the Little Caesars?
Yeah.
Well, I know that's the one where it's the guy who says pizza, and then he has the stick or whatever, and he has the pizzas on one stick, right?
Oh, so you guys have that down
Can
there.
I say pizza on a stick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
actually,
okay.
the last time I ate at a Little Caesars was, is that what's called, Little Caesars?
Yeah.
It was a while ago. It was a long time ago. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't have done this. Last time I went there, I was working with the singer. We were tracking vocals that day. We go to this pizza place, Little Caesars, and we order, the pizza or whatever, and then we order like a pitcher of beer. And so we're drinking beer, right? And at the time, the singer, she wasn't 21.
Oh.
And right next door to that pizza place was the police station. So I think about it now. I'm like, probably wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
I think she was 20. Maybe. I mean, she was close. But here you can't drink until you're 21.
Right.
I don't know what it is up in Canada, but
19.
Yeah. Except for Quebec's 18.
Yeah.
So what we used to do was we would actually make the 4-hour drive to Montreal when we were 18 years old just to drink.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute, but
get a hotel room for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just party in Montreal for the weekend.
I was gonna
Which
say,
was crazy enough.
I was gonna say it's crazy driving 4 hours, getting plastered, and then driving back 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd hate to be that designated driver, right? Oh.
Yeah, no.
I can't wait to get home and have a beer.
Yeah.
Man, it would stink in that car.
So one of my best friends from high school, he's actually Yugoslavian, so a bit darker skinned, but he could grow a beard in like 4 days. So Monday we'd be, hey Mike, we're gonna have a beach party this weekend, and like we'd be like 15, and so Mike could grow a beard by Friday. So then he'd go in. So he'd go into the liquor store, like no problem, and he'd like have like a $160 bill of like beer and tequila is what we used to shoot, right? So yeah, like every Friday. So
apparently it's only 18 to drink in Alberta as well. Well, there we are. Yeah. Canada.
Man. Yeah. I heard it's like 16, like somewhat like in
Europe.
Over in England somewhere.
Yeah.
Something
yeah,
like
it's sort of things are sort of really, really easy going in Europe. Yeah.
How much is that in Canadian years?
Add
25%.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I
we
was.
reverse age because we're basically frozen half the year in ice, so it preserves us longer. So.
That's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
I've been wondering.
Not where I live. Like we had snow for the first time this year in 5 years, only for one day. It's just, this is like the paradise of Canada is where I live.
Well,
everyone wants
the rest
to
of the
retire.
country, we refer to Vancouver Island, the rest of Canada, as God's country.
Yeah.
Oh, you went to God's country. How nice. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why the real estate's so expensive here, because everybody wants to retire here so they can jack the prices up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man. No, I was going to. Oh, you got to be 16 to drink in Germany?
Apparently.
Blank palate, too. Wow. No, I was going to say, I was one of those kids that grew a mustache so I could buy cigarettes, you know, when I was like 15.
Wow.
You know, I was one of those guys. Tried to look older, but, you know, you can tell.
Yeah.
You know, but you always find the one convenience store that will sell.
You mean your mustache was just thick enough it looks like a barcode?
Yeah.
But usually a mustache, you like that adds 5 years automatically, I think. It seems to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're 15 and you get a mustache, yeah, you're looking 20, 19, 20. Yeah.
Maybe for a throwback Thursday or a flashback Friday, I'll post one of those pictures. I'll post.
So Johnny, it was successful for you, right? Like getting the mustache and you could get cigarettes. It worked.
Well, no, it was just I happened to find there was the one convenience store that sold to all the kids.
Right.
Cigarettes.
There's always one.
So that's where everybody went, was that one place. And of course, you know, back then, you know, you'd go into the bowling alleys or the diners that had the cigarette machines still.
Yeah.
And you would just buy them there. You know? Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't even think they have those anymore, do they? Cigarette machines?
Well, I think they were outlawed around the
is that right?
mid to late 90s. Yeah, because there's no way to verify ID, right?
No, unless they made them digital. If they made them digital and you had to insert like your driver's license or something, maybe that'd be a way to do it.
Although they still have them in Japan. I've seen Mully talking about that.
Oh, have you seen that video?
Yeah,
the video where Mully shows off all the cigarette vending. Yeah, I've seen that one too. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, and hot and cold beverages and whole meals, and it's just like randomly on the side of the road, a whole wall of vending machines.
Actually, you know what? I have noticed that whenever I see not live, it doesn't have to be live, but any videos of street people like walking around in Japan, it seems like everybody's smoking, or half the people are, anyways. It seems like to me, yeah. So it's a bit more free there as well, I think, as far as smoking goes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And hey, Romeo Delight 90. Dave, do you want to field that one?
Sure. He asks, is it possible to take off the Seymour Duncan logo on a pickup? If so, how? There's a couple ways to do it. You can take steel wool and just take it right off with steel wool, or you can use any abrasive will work. I used toothpaste, actually, and that also, if you use toothpaste with some sort of brush, like a toothbrush, you can take it off and not dull the pickup, because you know how shiny black the pickup bobbin is. If you use steel wool, you're going to dull that pickup. If you use toothpaste with a toothbrush, it'll keep the pickup bobbin looking shiny without any scratches in it.
And it also gives you a sparkling, clean tone, too.
Yes. Yep. And it won't have halitosis.
And this is actual steel wool. This is what it looks like. This is quadruple zero.
I was going to say that's 4-knot steel wool.
Yeah. So I use any replica people. This sort of worked pretty good for
I thought that was
smoothing out the lines. Like this body is originally white. You add the sunset orange. So this sort of took the edges off the going from the white to the sunset orange, sort of on it, so it kind of smoothed out the edges there because they're pretty not sharp but rough anyway.
Yeah, rough edges. They are rough edges, and that's how you do it. Well, what Eddie used to do is, or whoever did them for him, is they used to wet sand it.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I use that same steel wool for polishing my frets. I use sanding down the back of my necks. I use that stuff for everything.
Oh, you do? Wow.
Yeah, I buy big boxes, like 20, 30 rolls at a time.
What's the gauge on yours, Ben? This was quadruple zero.
Yeah, 4-knot. Same
Yeah.
4-knot. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I pick it up at Napa Auto Parts.
Yeah, I'm a Home Depot guy. I seem to get
go.
anything I need at Home Depot. So yeah.
Well, I used to work at Napa, so I still get trade prices on everything. You
do?
what mechanics pay for parts and stuff. So I save 20% or whatever. I buy my paint there because they'll custom do custom colors for me. Yeah. Anything I want, you know. Yeah. It's amazing how much automotive stuff you use when working on guitars. It's crazy how much.
Yeah. I'm a shareholder of Home Depot, but they don't give me a discount. Well, they give me a dividend. That's good enough.
Well, sure.
Man.
Oh, it looks like Johnny has a question. No, a question for Johnny, I suppose. Oh, you may have a question too, Johnny. I don't know.
I've got so many questions. Scott Nickerson.
Scotty.
Do you like the strings? Do you like the strings that came on your Stratocaster? Yeah. Yes.
Good. Well, they're Fender strings, and Fender strings are made by Diodario. So, if you like Diodario strings,
is that right? I didn't know that.
I found that out. Because I went to a quote unquote Fender day at my buddy's music store, and the Fender rep was there, and he's like, "Have you tried our Fender strings?" I said, "Well, who makes them?" He said, "Well, we make them." I said, "No, you don't. You don't make your own strings. Who makes your strings?" So he texted somebody, and 5 minutes later, he comes back, Diodario makes their strings. I said, okay, yeah. I said, well, I'm familiar with them. I've used their products, so.
That seems strange to me. But
what bothers me about that whole statement is that you said your Fender rep doesn't know.
I know.
Your Fender rep says that Fender makes the strings. That's just boggles my mind.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, he was also trying to sell me on an American Standard Tele that clearly needed a setup. And he's like, what do you think? You ready to take it home? I said, no, not a chance. I said, first of all, it's barely playable. We need to take care of that. And he says, well, I'm sure you don't have anything better at home, not knowing what I have at home for Telecasters.
What kind of statement is that?
And the owner of the store is just like looking at, he gives me a look like, just don't start anything in the middle of my anniversary sale. I'm like, I won't. I'm like, I have some nice guitars at home. Thank you very much. I was very polite and diplomatic. And I said, I pulled the owner aside the next day and I said to him, like, dude, that Fender rep, he's just there to fill out orders. That's all that he does. I said, yeah.
Not a very good salesman.
No, he's not.
That's why they shipped him to Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. The outpost.
As long as you guys are laughing, I guess I can smile.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blackie DH. Yes. Yeah. New Strat right there. Thanks to David Ennis. Ennis, man.
Awesome.
Yes.
They play amazing. I think that's the best playing Strat I've ever played is the Fender Elite Strat. Me personally.
Mm-hmm. Did they have one at that store?
Oh, yeah. My buddy, he's one of those guys. He'll order one for each of his 3 stores. And he also has a Reverb store, too. Because he realized just because you're a mom and pop store in a small town, the internet's global. So he actually, Fender as a company loves him because he moves more product than a lot of the bigger places between the 3 stores and the online presence. So I think he actually already sold that Eric Johnson Strat, and he's got another one on order, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah.
Man, I remember before I even got, on the internet. This would have been, let's see, I first got online in 1998. So I've been online since roughly 99. If any of you guys have seen my name anywhere, it's been since then, 1999. Wow, we're looking at what, 19 years?
Wow.
Holy dang.
Wow. Yeah. That's like 2/3 of your life.
It's like I've been sitting down for I've been sitting down in front of the screen for 19 years. That's insane.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Scott. Scott Nickerson was just saying he checked out my buddy's store website. Yeah, and just FYI, because he's in Edmonton, any order over $200 is free shipping. Anywhere in Canada. Wow. Anywhere in Canada, Steve. Hint, hint.
Cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It gets shipped on one of those planes that flies over.
Yeah, the ones you hear over. That was good. Yeah. Steve, you have an unboxing coming. You heard it, right? It's coming to Cobox.
Yeah. It just left.
They put a little parachute on it and send it on its way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Collins says, I remember you back then, Johnny. Yeah. What was I going to say, though?
Was that long-haired Johnny? Because I saw some old photos on one of your videos the other day.
Uh-oh.
Where you do the photo montage over one of your songs. And all of a sudden, there's Johnny with long hair, and I'm like, "Whoa,
rocker, yeah." You guys wouldn't know it, but no, I was gonna say I remember back in like 1995, 96, hanging out at music stores and them talking about how there's this thing called the internet, and there's a virtual, it's like a store. It's like a store in the air, basically, where you can sell stuff, and it's virtual. It's like it's online, and I could not wrap my head around what he was talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Online virtual store? What? No idea. And then now look at this.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this.
Guitars and pickups.
Yeah.
I mean, look at us. We're virtual ourselves now.
Yeah, we've never met in person.
You guys are going to never see, this bottom half.
Yeah.
We just assume there's a pair of red pants.
Yeah. MySpace days, Blacky DH. Oh, this was way before MySpace. But yeah, MySpace, those were some days too, man. Mm-hmm. Now it's all about Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook now.
Well, apparently Pris says I saw his long hair and looked great, so I assume she's referring to you.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I had long hair for years. Years and years and years and years and years. And then I would say in 2004, I would say I started shaving. And I'm talking about up here. And so ever since then, I've had a shaved head. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think, even if I could, I don't think I would go back to the long hair thing. I don't think.
No comment.
I don't know.
I prefer it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I haven't had a haircut in 2.5 years, so.
Wow.
I just shaved my head this morning.
See, I used to shave my head, and then I stopped, obviously.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Yeah. What video was that has the pictures with me with the hair?
Good question. I would have to
You
go
said
back
it was,
through my liked videos.
It was a montage.
Yeah. It could have been one of your copies of Heavy Mellow or something like that.
Heavy Mellow. I have that domain. I have heavymellowmusic.com.
And I told you, I've been using that term for years. When we did the Unplugged stuff with the heavy band, they're like, well, what do you play? I'm like, well, it's heavy, but it's mellow because we're unplugged. So I guess Heavy Mellow. Mm-hmm. Acoustic guitars and drop C.
I've had the domain since like 2006.
Well, maybe I ripped you off, Johnny, and didn't know it.
Since 2006, I had the term heavy mellow music. That's what I would call like my original music.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have your own label and stuff. Heavy mellow music. And then I've had the domain. So if any of you guys, if you go to heavymellowmusic.com, it probably points you to the Johnny Beane it points you to the Johnny Beane website. But I'm thinking maybe the video you guys are talking about, check out the playlist on here on the channel here called Guitarist Johnny Beane. There's a playlist. I don't know if you guys even know all the different lists and videos I have on this channel.
I do.
I've got so much stuff on here that's not just, you know, us sitting here yapping, you know. Howie has a playlist.
Yeah,
you know,
I noticed that last week when we were talking about like the discussions tab or something like that on our channel page. And because I was just hanging in the chat, so I opened up a new tab, went on your page or whatever, and then I was like, oh, look at all these playlists. I haven't checked out all this stuff. So you're gonna get more likes, Johnny.
Yeah.
Or random comments. You're like, why is Ben commenting on something from 6 years ago?
Well, actually, I noticed that. I noticed
Ben's having a slow day at work. That's what Ben's doing.
I noticed you left a comment earlier on an older video, like way older. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
whatever pops up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up next. I'm like, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm. Most of my videos on this channel up until a few years ago were very short. You know, I basically did a lot of like the random vlog stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Somebody's visiting the johnnybeane.com website. I used to post a lot of like super short, just like vlogs, just random things. I did a lot of guitar lessons. You know, some of you might know me from the Van Halen lessons that I did.
Yeah.
Which I still do, but you know, we do a lot of these. But you know, Howie videos, you can basically see Howie's whole life, basically on this channel. You know, the Howie Beane playlist. There's the Guitarist Johnny Beane playlist of original music and stuff. I think there's some Van Halen playlists of like footage I shot at like their concerts and stuff. There's a vlog playlist. All different stuff. Yes. So, oh, sorry. There's so many people talking. I haven't even looked. The horse video is how I first found you. Haha, good times. Romeo Delight 90. Yes. Yeah. The horse sound video. Yeah, that was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people complained about that. Because...
Is that the one where you actually do 3 different notes harmonically?
Yeah.
Is that the horse?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I watched that one the other day.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. You can do either two or you can do 2 or 3. You can do 2 or 3. Eddie does both. I think more recently, I think he would use 2. He would do 2. I'm trying to explain. I would say in the older, like in 84, like in the 84 tour, he did more like the 3 notes.
Mm-hmm.
of doing the bending where you bend the notes and you hit the harmonics, and you know, the dive bomb basically is what it is, the horse sounding dive bomb.
I watched your video 2 or 3 times to figure it out, and then all of a sudden I realized, well, considering I don't have a working guitar with a drum system at the point, you know, I'm like, why am I even watching this?
You were playing the acoustic.
Yeah, it was like,
you were like, this doesn't even feel right.
Yeah. Which I went on a search for Allen keys to adjust the neck on the acoustic. Man, that's crazy.
That's a great guitar. Dave, have you seen that guitar? That acoustic he has behind him?
No, I don't think so.
He showed it off on his channel yesterday. Super cool, man.
What make is it?
Epiphone.
Like an Epiphone.
Yeah.
That's a J185.
C200.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's where you say, oh, I was just kidding.
No, yeah, well, it's kind of like the Same
dual
thing.
pickup.
That's Gibson's version of it, actually.
Yeah. Piezo under the bridge, magnetic pickup right in front of the fretboard, whole bunch of controls. And this is the one that the neck went on over the winter, Dave. You had so many problems, and I was bragging about a month ago how I hadn't had any problems. And this thing's basically fretting out right now. The neck decided to relax over the course of winter, and I haven't played it in about 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it out of the case last night to show it off, and I went, uh-oh. Sounds great once you capo it around the 4th fret, but...
Mm-hmm.
I can't find my Allen keys.
Really quickly, Michael Smith. The reason I got so much hate on the Van Halen horse sound video guitar lesson is because my fingernails were a little long in the video, so people would see that, and for years, every comment was, "Dude, cut your fingernails." Imagine that. That's kind of weird, to tell somebody to cut their fingernails 5 years later.
Hey, Black EDH is in the house.
That's something a lot of people don't realize is when you're commenting on somebody's video, it can be an old video, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so for a while I was commenting back, "Oh, thanks for reminding me." 7 years later.
7 years later.
No,
still haven't trimmed.
That's right. I forgot. I knew I had something to do today. Okay, Howie has to go out again. Okay. Yes. All right. I'll be right back.
Yep.
You do that. So it looks like we got a question, Steve, you and I. Well, I assume, obviously Dave as well.
Yep.
And Johnny, thoughts on the Gibson debt problems they are facing? What can they do about it? Do you have any thoughts on that? I know personally, Gibson is the big question. I think the bigger question is in the news is Guitar Center as well, which isn't news either, because if you look at the quarterly reports, but be more concerned with a major retailer going out of business, owing money to every guitar manufacturer than one guitar manufacturer having financial issues. Because
out here, Ben, like my guitars, like Long and McQuaid, Long and McQuaid.
I know the Evil Empire. I'm aware.
Yeah. No, but it's all Fender Strats mostly. Like they'll have a whole wall of Fender Strats. It's not like I'm walking in there and I see a whole wall of Les Pauls, right?
Right.
So
they'll have a dozen Epiphone Les Pauls, maybe 1 or 2 Gibsons, and
Yeah. So Dave probably knows more about the details about their actual business of, not showing up at NAMM, going to a different show. So
they tried to save money. They tried to save money not going to NAMM.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't blame them on that one.
But the problem is their Gibson USA is making junk, and they're selling it for a lot of money.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the custom shop. The custom shop, the $6,000 and $7,000 and $8,000 guitars that they sell.
That stuff's great.
That's all. Yes, it's expensive, but that is, it wasn't broken in 1958, so they didn't fix it, and making the same guitar as they did back then.
Yeah.
But everything that's coming out of Gibson USA, maybe not everything, but most things that come out of Gibson USA is a waste of time, not a good idea, a waste of a misappropriation of funds, just, a lot of stupid things. They really did it right in the late 50s. What I think they should do is make the same guitar that they make in the custom shop, maybe a little less ornate, maybe not, instead of using, the nicest 5A flame or 3A flame or, Brazilian rosewood or whatever they're using in the custom shop.
Right.
Use a plainer piece of wood, make the same guitar at Gibson USA and call it $2,000. Call it $1,800. Sell everything that you got for between $1,500 to $2,500, and you'll You might not have the intermediate customer that's going to spend $600 on a worn cherry Les Paul Studio, but you'll have a lot more customers that are willing to spend $2,000 for the no frills version of a 58 or 59 Les Paul.
Yeah. Well, like here, between the exchange rate and I'm talking Canadian dollars, a Les Paul standard is pushing $3,000 here. A Les Paul custom is $6,000.
Well, Les Paul custom is coming out of the custom shop these days.
And I mean just the
USA is not making that.
They're not making those?
No, it's a custom shop guitar now.
Oh, okay. Well, now that makes sense now. But I was looking at it, I was like, really? I could not justify the price point of a quote unquote off the rack guitar for $6,000. But now that you've enlightened me, sir. Now that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with Dave. Like, to have something more affordable, especially for younger people. Like, look how hard it is for people to save money these days. And if you want to have something like a Les Paul, like he's saying, that a guy can save, $1,500, $2,000, and he can have a pretty decent guitar. But it's so, you know what it's like, Ben.
I'm pretty sure a studio is pushing $2,000 now here.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's insane. No matter how you cut it, that's too much money for a mediocre guitar.
Well,
that's a little bit better than an Epiphone.
Yeah, and they were $1,500 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And first thing you're gonna have to get a setup done on it. You're gonna have to do a fret job.
Yeah, but you have to do that with every Gibson. I don't care where it's from. They set them up with high action. They don't set them up with low action. They just don't. The quality control as far as setups. Most companies, unless your Sir Guitars or Tom Anderson or one of those really high end Fendery places, those setups out of a box are always immaculate.
Right.
But Gibson and Fender, and I'll even say EVH, you buy an EVH USA guitar and the setup out of the box is horrible. It's horrible.
Well, because they only have to do Fender QC anyways, right? Like FMIC or what have you. Yeah. I agree. I think the sad part was when I went into Long McQuaid a few weeks ago to play a Wolfgang to source one out. The closest one's an hour's drive away, and the girl looked it up and she asked me what WG stood for.
Yeah, they don't have one here either, Ben.
No.
And
I'm not, obviously they're not going to stock a USA, but
no,
they had some or a Mexican. They should have at least one on the rack if you're carrying that brand.
Yeah, they had straight series ones a few months ago when I went, but then I went a couple weeks ago, and they didn't have any. Nothing guitar wise EVH.
They have some amps at the local Long McQuaid here. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have the EL34, the black with gold?
No. Our local Long McQuaid is the dumping ground, Steve.
Yeah.
You can tell how they're different tiers. The Vancouver store is going to have better stuff than the Victoria store.
Yeah.
We are the third, fourth tier.
Yeah.
Nothing moves in that store for the most part. Epiphone Les Pauls and Mexican Fenders, and even then they don't do a lot of Fender sales because my buddy does more volume of Fender stuff than they do because he sets up the guitars and stuff like that. So they just automatically, well, I'm not buying the one here. I'll buy the one down the street because it plays better. Not realizing all they did was actually set them up for 10 minutes even.
Yeah.
Well, the layman really doesn't know that,
just a few minutes, right?
Yeah. If you like a guitar, it doesn't matter what it's set up like. A setup is the easy part. You can get any guitar to set up well.
Sure.
How does the neck feel? Is it a light guitar versus a heavy guitar? Who cares if it has a ding on it? If it has a ding on it, whatever. There are the other camps that have to have pristine guitars, but the second you use it, it's going to get dinged up.
Right.
And we got people. Bozique says, Dave Nesdal, I think part of the issue is that some vendors, like Guitar Center, don't do good setups. Same as straight from the factory. You buy from someplace like Sweetwater, it's much better. Well, Sweetwater, you know, yes, they have a guy there that does a setup and gets paid to do that before the guitar leaves the I'm not going to say store, but storefront, whatever it is. Guitar Center, there's a tech there, but they're not. It's not a Guitar Center employee. They're an outsourced employee that Guitar Center has to pay to do that. When I worked at Guitar Center as a salesperson, I set up all the guitars that I sold. So if a guitar wasn't set up when I sold, when someone wanted to buy it, it was my job as a salesperson to make sure that that guitar was set up for the person. Therefore, it comes out of my time and my pay. I get not that it came out of my pay, but you weren't wasting someone else's. You know, someone else wasn't getting paid to do that job. Mm-hmm. If I was making a sale and getting paid on that guitar, it was my responsibility to set it up for the customer. And I still believe in that. I think if a salesperson is going to sell a guitar, part of the sale is making sure that the guitar is ready to be sold. Mm-hmm. And if it's not ready to be sold, then when it gets returned, it's your fault as a salesperson because it's just your job. Mm-hmm. And that's the part that I think stores like Guitar Center don't get anymore. I think they've lost that.
So Dave, what about like a customer you had that ordered a brand new guitar? It comes to you, it's in a case and in a box. Would you like ask permission to go in and do the setup for them, like open the box and then go into the case?
Well, I did that with Dennis. Dennis bought a really high-end Gibson acoustic guitar for me, a custom shop Gibson acoustic guitar for me. I guess it was back in 2005 maybe, or 2004. And Dennis is the type of guy, I love him to death, but if there's anything he does not like about an instrument, he'll return it in a heartbeat. He doesn't care who he buys it from. You know, he's that guy. Right. He either loves it, he'll keep it, but if there's anything wrong with it, it's coming back. So the guitar comes in, and I called him, and I said, it's here. He says, all right, don't open it. I said, Dennis, it's not only is it a Gibson guitar, not only is it like a $6,000 Gibson guitar, it's a Gibson acoustic guitar. If you come here and I don't open the box and waste your time and the guitar has exploded, because those things can explode, you know, I mean, you never know what's going to happen with an acoustic guitar. Mm-hmm. You know, especially the more expensive the guitar is, usually the more care that has to go into it and the more things can go wrong with it. I said, let me just make sure that the guitar is in good shape before you come down here. Let me open the box. Yeah, you don't have the thrill of opening a box. Yeah. But when you come here and open the guitar and play it, you're going to be twice as happy because it'll be perfect. Mm-hmm. And I needed to tweak the guitar because I knew that if he came in and played it as it was, he wasn't leaving with it. So I made sure that it was ready for him to leave with it.
Sure.
So that's my little rant.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Yeah. No, because all these EVH guitars and stuff, they order, they want to see them right when they come in. They're in the box and the whole thing, and it says my name, and it says EVH Stripe Series, whatever, or Charvel EVH Art Series. I said, no way, man, give me the box. I'm going home with it. But
that's the other half. You know how to do your own setups, correct?
Yeah.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
You know, with me, I'm the same way. I'll order a guitar sight unseen because I don't care how it comes. I know I'm going to set it up to the way I like it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a question of, you know, what day I'm getting it, because I know what I want to do with it when I get it.
Yeah.
That's true.
What other questions do we have in here?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through just in case I missed something. Fender Guru says nobody sets up guitars in New Zealand, so he takes them to a local luthier.
Fender Guru, you need to learn how to do it yourself and make all the money.
Yep.
Have everyone bring their guitars to you to set up.
Yep. Watch one of my setup videos and then contact Dave on how to do it right. Just saying. It's just easier that way.
Johnny's back.
Hey, I'm
Johnny's
here.
back.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man.
The Wolfgang has moved.
Yeah, I wasn't sure, actually, Dave, if you knew that. I've done a few videos now where I'm doing setups live, because I figure, you know, everybody, you see all these repair videos online, but if you have a question, you're kind of waiting for, you know, whoever posted the video to answer whenever.
Yeah.
So I tried doing some setups live so folks like Fender Guru can, you know, like, well, what exactly are you doing there? And yeah, it takes me a couple hours to do a setup, which normally takes me an hour because you're answering questions, but I'm more than happy to do it because, like say, you know, spread the knowledge, learn how to do it, and you just save so much money in the long run.
Yeah.
What I've done in the past, I haven't done it in a while, is I'll hold a class, and I'll charge because it's actually taking money out of my pocket by showing people how to do it.
True.
You know, once you show people how to do these things, if this is how you make money,
then you're giving away.
You're giving.
Exactly.
It's not that I'm giving away a trade secret, but that's you know, people love the way I set guitars up. If I show people how I set my guitars up,
right,
those are customers I'm not getting anymore.
Right.
So I'll hold a class, and I'll hold it over a few days, and you know, it'll be like, say, $250 for the class.
Sure.
And I'll go over with a fine tooth comb everything there is to do of you know, setting up and doing all kinds of scenarios. So at least I get a little money that way. Yeah, I may lose a couple customers here and there, but I'm making some money showing people how to do it.
Exactly. And even then, would you show more of a factory spec as opposed to your setup too, or both for that matter, right? Romeo Delight had a question for me, which you could probably answer as well. Is there a trick on getting the vintage telly bridge intonated correctly? Hope for the best. You're going to get one out of the two strings intonated correctly, and the other one will be close. But you can't really cheat those double saddles too much. So.
Yeah.
You can get the hybrid saddles though. That you get the three saddles, like the Gatton saddle, or the what's it called? They're
what's it? Wilkinson does it too, I think. Where
Wilkinson
you can rotate them.
Callahan has a really. I have the Callahan ones on both my tellies. They're compensated, and they work great, and they don't really look very different than the middle one's not on an angle. They're all straight like a old telly, but they're compensated, so there's different parts on them.
Right,
it's very cool.
Yeah, sort of almost like the top of a Tune-O-Matic bridge. Like
exactly.
Yeah, cut one way and the other. I honestly, on my 71 telly, I just did the intonation, but I ended up replacing the bridge and just threw a modern bridge on it, which bolts directly on. I kept the old parts. So now I have 6 modern saddles, and I don't have to worry about intonation. And I don't have the sides on the bridge cavity anymore, so they're not chewing up my hand when I'm palm muting. So it was more to make that guitar more playable for gigging and be comfortable.
I mean, Keith Richards does that with all his guitars. He puts a current bridge on all of his old tellies.
And they bolt right on, guys. They stick out further out the back, but that's the only difference. The 4 screws line up perfectly. I didn't have to do any more, because that was the thing with me upgrading all the parts, or quite a few parts on my 71, was I didn't want to do anything invasive that I couldn't undo for whatever reason. And so, yeah, when I got the modern bridge and I went, oh man, this bolts right on. Awesome.
Like put a Floyd Rose on there?
Like put a Floyd Rose on there, yeah. Or a Kaler. Or a Trans-Tram.
A Kaler. Oh, gosh. Dang.
I always say Kaler just for that, Johnny. Just for your reaction.
Or the Washburn Wonder Bar. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what I'd rather have.
Actually, that thing that thing sat directly on top of your guitar, the Wonder Bar. So it didn't hurt your guitar at all, but it was such a monster to deal with. You know? I used to use one of those. My first Hamer Phantom. The cream one, if anybody's keeping track. That came with a Washburn Wonder Bar. And I used to use it.
Didn't you post a picture of a Hamer the other day, Johnny? You were using a Hamer this week?
Yes.
Maybe? I thought so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to record a track this week. Had to do guitar and bass and then mixing and this and that, and
cool.
It's only like 2 minutes. It's like, super short, but actually I wanted to put it up for people to hear it. It's a kind of a remake of an older song that I did years ago.
Cool.
I
shall look forward to hearing it.
Yeah.
With a photo montage, right?
Maybe one of those, yeah.
Sure.
The thing is, I couldn't mix it here. That was the thing. I have to mix it somewhere else.
Oh, and David Ennis tagged me to let you know, Johnny, that caliper, there should be just a sliding metal piece to be able to get at the battery. You shouldn't need a tool to get at it or anything. And why am I getting extra?
What?
He said
David Nesdall.
He said just slide the battery cover, you tool.
That too.
Dave.
Yes.
You gotta jump out.
Why?
That's you. The echo.
Really?
Steve, say something.
How's it going, boys?
Yeah. There he goes. Let's see, how do you block?
Oh, and I had another question. John BL 5150 asks, if you use different string gauges, wouldn't that compensate for the double saddles? Unless the 2 strings are the same gauge, you'll never get the intonation perfect for both strings. And even then, people say perfect intonation's a myth anyways. You'll never get it 100% perfect.
Yeah.
You just try to get it close.
Yeah, I know. Right? Dave, do you hear the echo?
No, I don't hear it at all.
Perfect.
Man, I love those vintage bridges. I mean, they look cool. They look great. But if I have to use one of those, I cringe because I know, oh, it's going to sound great here, or the bar chords sound great. The open chord,
yeah.
You gotta bend you're playing the G chord. You got to bend your finger a little bit.
Yeah. Just
to get in tune,
Press a couple of strings harder than the others. And, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that was I think whoever gigged with that 71 before my cousin bought it obviously played it with the ashtray on it all the time because the posts for the action were super
just to hide
high
it
and so sharp. The first time I went to palm mute it was like a cheese grater, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh no, and yeah, I couldn't wait to replace the bridge.
That's why I had to get my tetanus shot because I was playing one of those. It went right in, No.
Connor Johnson I'm sorry. You know what? I wanted to answer this question before and forgot. He said, ask Ben, ask Dave what he used to relic his 5150. Tell him I'm sorry that I keep asking. Just very curious. I use a very, very sharp X-Acto knife and sandpaper. Both. Depends on what area you're using. You're relicing.
And apparently Jay's still monitoring the chat.
And also you wear a huge belt buckle too, right?
That's the other key. A big
for my very huge belt.
Yes.
Jay.
Rodeo once. Why are you in there, Jay, and not here? You're hanging out
and
with
Jeannie.
that.
Hey guys, rocking the potty. Oh,
okay.
Bad.
Yes, Texan belt buckle, Jay.
I think Jay has a couple drinks inside of him.
I think so too.
Yep, got some couple rums in him.
Yep.
Bleh.
Never forget the time he first did that one. What was he trying to say?
Yeah. Well, the best was it Tuesday night when he literally was saying the word volume and he slows down as he's saying it. And it's like,
yeah, that's so funny.
It's like you can't make that stuff up.
That reminds me. Ben, you know about this.
Yes.
I'm thinking the YouTube app is going downhill, man. Because I haven't used it since well, I used to use it a lot on this and things were fine. But I did the promo for this. Right. Just a couple hours ago or whatever. And somebody tweeted, somebody replied to a tweet that I was tagged in, right? It drops down, I see it, and it just everything slowed down.
Yeah.
It was unused. The rest of that footage was unusable, and I cut it out. So if you go back and watch the video, I cut out right when that happened.
Right. Yeah, because you'll see me a lot of times. I'll be doing this because I'm getting rid of a notification, and then I'll see it gets pixelated, and I'll start getting the circle. I'm like, come on. Or last night, it was literally dropping the connection every 3 minutes, and I actually had to click to reconnect to the internet. And I'm like, oh, great. And it fortunately would come back just as I'm typing on the laptop, like technical difficulties. I'm coming back.
I saw that. Although I'm thinking it has something to do with the app itself, because that same thing. Because you and Joe Wentz both use that. And at the tail end of your videos, the same thing happens. You guys keep getting kicked out.
Yep.
Or I noticed that.
What was it on when I was doing the repair on Sunday? I'm going and the app just crashed, like it disappeared. All of a sudden I looked up and I just see the icons on my phone. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good. And I relaunched the app and it's like, do you want to resume your live stream? I'm like, yes. It's crazy.
Man.
And apparently Jay's only had 3 brewskis. He's good. Poof.
Swore off poo and razor. Oh my goodness. What were you guys?
We weren't.
I'm hurting.
We weren't talking about that.
I'm in pain.
Yeah, it's 10:18. What do you think?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I mean,
now we go on a little bit later.
There you go.
If there's going to be something later, then we should.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb's saying we on for the late show, Jay. So it sounds like Caleb's around.
Yeah. Caleb's going to give us a tour of Hollywood. He's going to go to In-N-Out Burger.
Jay's good. He's like, yeah, Caleb. And then Bruce is asking if we're good because I guess he wants to go finish the rest of his birthday or something.
Oh, dude.
Bruce,
well, do you guys want to sing happy birthday to him? Notice how I said you guys.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll fret out or not, but
all your pitch pipes are all tuned to a slightly different.
Say it's your birthday.
They say it's your Bruce Day.
Yeah.
Happy Bruce Day to you, man.
Happy Bruce Day.
Happy Bruce Day, man.
Happy Bruce Day.
Hashtag.
I actually took a sound clip from an old video, Johnny. You were doing something, then you're checking the chat, right? And you're like, hey David, whoever the David was, you're like, hey David, you're talking to, I think he's talking to Bruce. And it was just the perfect way you said it. You like went from, okay, this message is for me to, nope, they're talking amongst each other. And just the way you say it, I think he's talking to Bruce. And Dave, you just lost it. Like, I do it no justice, but I actually recorded a little clip and I sent it to Bruce. I said, there's your new ringtone, buddy. And it was just like, is this Bruce? I thought he should give that to Jen, his lady friend, because every time he called, then literally the ringtone would be, is this Bruce?
That's funny. Oh, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? I think we're good. I think we're we're over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. David Nesdall. Steve Anderson.
Happy 50 Fun 50 Friday, everybody.
Yes. Ben Coombs.
Howdy.
Yeah. I feel like we're just starting. We're trying to leave. Hang on. All right. We'll see you guys later. Yes, I guess we'll do some sort of a late show. Normally midnight Eastern.
Yep. 9 o'clock Pacific.
And North, I said normally. It might be a little later than that. I don't know. I don't know. Because I still have to walk with Howie. I still have to have dinner.
Get some Taco Bell.
And an hour from now isn't. Yeah, no Taco Bell. No. No.
See you, Caleb.
Yes.
Broken chains.
So what? I don't know. Yeah, I think we'll be back. Click that bell. If you dug any of this, subscribe to the channel. Click that bell. You'll know when we come back. It'll be roughly around sometime after 9 Pacific, after midnight Eastern, somewhere. Within the hour, I would say. So, yes. All right, Ben, great to see you. David.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
See you in a little while.
See you guys soon. And David Ennis, thank you again. Thank you.
Man, that's some stuff.
You guys are the man, David.
If you guys didn't see, David Ennis sent these over.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to putting them in something.
That's I got exactly the guitar to put those in.
Man.
So do I, but
Yeah.
Thank you, Broken Chains. All right. We'll see you guys soon. Johnny Beane. JohnnyBeane.tv. Check it out. Go over there. Brand new website. Leave a comment. Log in with your Facebook account. Leave a comment
Twitter.
over there. Or Twitter.
See,
Leave us a nice message.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah. Mirror tested bug. Yeah. You click the bell, and then once there's any new content on the channel or live, you get a notification instantly. So you'll know exactly when there's something new, you know? So you can do that with all your favorite channels. Wake up in the morning, turn on your computer. It's nothing but alerts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that somebody went
That's
live 20 times that night.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll see you guys soon. JohnnyBeane.com. Bye.
Big.
Bet.
Yeah.